Hello, welcome to the Chocolate Academy Online. Today we're going to be taking a look at one of the classics of chocolate confectionery, the chocolate Easter egg. In this Level 1 video, we are going to be making a classic egg utilizing dark chocolate. All of the techniques we will see are straightforward and will be the building blocks for more advanced eggs. So with that, let's get molding. For the ingredients we will use: as needed, Callebaut 2815 Belgian dark chocolate. As needed, Callebaut dark chocolate blossoms. As needed, Callebaut cocoa powder. As needed, IBC gold powder. For the tools we will use: let's begin by preparing the molds. Using a soft cloth, polish the molds to remove any dust or traces of chocolate from previous use. Slightly preheat the mold using a heat gun to avoid a thermic shock, which will affect the gloss and contraction of the chocolate. Fill the molds completely with tempered dark chocolate using the automatic tempering machine. If you don't have access to the machine, you can also complete this step in the same manner using tempered chocolate in a melting kettle. I chose to use Callebaut 2815 dark chocolate, but you could use a variety of other Callebaut chocolate that are suitable for molding. For more information on which chocolate to use, watch the videos related to this subject or check out the Chocolizer app. Remove the excess chocolate with a palette knife. Put the mold on the vibrating table to remove all air bubbles. Clean the mold well using the scraper. Leave the molds to set for 3 to 5 minutes. Then, place the mold upside down on the vibrating table to remove the excess chocolate from the mold. Clean the mold well again using the scraper. Finally, place the mold upside down on a tray lined with parchment paper. We do this so the mold is coated in a uniform layer of chocolate and that any excess chocolate flows to the bottom of the mold to create a thicker lip that will facilitate the gluing of the two halves of the egg. When the chocolate has set sufficiently, turn the mold right side up and using a scraper, gently remove the excess chocolate. Let the chocolate set until no longer shiny. Cast the mold again to create a double thickness. It is important to do it as soon as the first layer has set to make sure that the second layer will adhere well to the first layer. To create a double thickness, repeat the same procedure as the initial casting. Put in the refrigerator just until the chocolate has retracted and you can easily remove the egg from the mold. This should take no more than 20 minutes. If you leave your molds in the refrigerator for too long, you run the risk of a buildup of condensation on the chocolate. Gently flex the mold to release the eggs and then lift them out of the molds. Place both sides of the egg upside down on a hot plate to barely melt the chocolate and then immediately join the two halves together. If you do not own a hot plate, I would recommend to place a piece of marble into the oven on the lowest setting to warm it and use it as a hot plate. It will give you the same result. You could also warm a flat metal tray in the oven if you do not have a piece of marble. The advantage of the marble is that it will retain heat over time. Then place the assembled molds on a silicone mold turned upside down or parchment paper or any item of your choice, which would prevent the eggs from moving. You could also place them back into the original polycarbonate mold. Then, using a sharp knife, scrape the seam of the mold to smooth it and to smooth it further using the heat of your hands. Using a gloved hand, cover your eggs one by one with pre-crystallized dark chocolate. Then roll them directly into chocolate blossoms. Then, gently place your egg back onto the silicone mold. Once rolled in the blossoms, wait for a few minutes to ensure that the crystallized chocolate has set completely. Using a paper cone filled with pre-crystallized dark chocolate, pipe a dot of chocolate onto a metal tray lined with parchment paper. We will use this dot of chocolate as the base of the egg. Then, using a sifter, sift cocoa powder over your egg and then immediately place it onto the dot of chocolate. Lastly, let's add the final touch to this egg. Place some gold powder on a brush and gently blow it over the egg. Our eggs are finished, and as you can see, the result is really stunning, all from simple techniques. We've learned how to properly polish and cast our molds using tempered dark chocolate, how to glue our molds together, and how to decorate the egg with chocolate curls and cocoa powder. Lastly, we learned how to make a small base so that our egg is stable. This egg is a good base to start from, as you can adapt it in several ways. Use the same basic techniques we learned to create a variety of eggs, simply by changing the chocolate you use, such as milk or white chocolate. If you try some ideas of your own, be sure to share them with me here. I'd love to see your creations. I hope you enjoyed this Level 1 video on chocolate Easter eggs. There's lots more to learn, so check out our higher level videos for more excellent ideas. If you have specific videos that you'd like to see here on the Chocolate Academy online, please be sure to share your ideas with us. Until next time.